We are live. It is 2 p.m. on, I don't even know, quarantine day number 785,000. It is April the 21st on a Tuesday, and we have some very exciting news for you guys. It's kind of wild and crazy. I kind of never imagined that we were going to do this actually ever, because it wasn't totally in the plans. But then I kept getting so many requests. Maybe they're more like demands than requests of people saying, Aaron, why don't you have Braille skateboards? Yada, yada, yada. It was just never really in the plans. So I guess this is the announcement video that we just decided, hey, let's do a pre-sale of the first 4 boards. We're super, super, super excited for all 4 of these boards. Let's see if we can figure out the technology here to show them to you. There's 4 graphics. We are doing a pre-sale of the first 100 sets. So the only way to get these right now is to get the whole set. The link is in the description in the bio. But the first one on the left is the black one with what we call the 3D Braille logo. We put this on a long sleeve shirt, and it quickly became one of our very favorites. So the second we decided, what are we going to put on a board? We decided to do that one. And then the next one over is kind of just like the classic logo established in 2007, Braille skateboarding. We call it the circle logo. This is something that's just kind of been our staple t-shirt. So we just had to we're starting these very, very simple, very plain. A lot of people might go, why didn't you go more into the graphics of like doing like different stuff? But we're going to start with these because we're excited about it, to make a long story short. And then the next one is the first try. This one is one of my absolute favorites. First try. So this right here is the first run of the skateboards. And then I think my absolute favorite is the Revive Skateboards Braille Skateboarding Collab. It got cut off a little bit. On the bottom, it says Braille Skateboarding, and the top is Revive Skateboard. And yes, just so there's no confusion at all, I do still ride for Revive Skateboards. That is still occurring. It is still awesome. We love Revive Skateboards. We have been working with them since day 1, and we are going to continue working with them till day infinity, because that's a lot of time, and Revive is awesome. We love them, and this in no way, shape, or form is breaking that relationship apart. So we really are stoked on that collaboration board, and I hope you guys are too. Gabe Cruz himself said, I will never ride another board for the rest of my life than the Revive Braille collab. So yeah, we're super, super excited. Like I said, I never really planned to do boards at all. So we just kept getting demands from different skate shops and people just saying, please just make the Revive Braille collab and make some Braille boards. So here you go. Here's the first run. These are pre-order, so we don't even have the boards yet. But we've been working very closely with somebody that I'm very, very, very excited for you guys to all meet. It is Professor Paul Schmidt, and we're going to talk with him and ask him all the questions. So this guy, I don't even know how to introduce him. He's extremely legendary, absolutely legendary in the skateboard world, in the making of skateboards. Paul, can you tell us like a little bit of history?
Well, I mean, I started riding them when I was 10, making rails when I was 14. I'm still practicing on the board thing, but I'm somewhere over 15 million deep in the game.
15 million.
Still working on it,
When did you start making skateboards?
Well, rails are my first product, so plastic slide rails. Only back then they were grab rails. I was really lucky. I'd already made some wooden grab rails trying to imitate what was in the magazines. And in my local skate park in Tampa, Florida, I went to the store of a friend of mine. His name is Mike McGill. You might know him. His nickname's McTwist, right? He wasn't
the
McTwist
guy who invented the McTwist, you guys.
Well, no. But the key is that we're with a friend of his whose nickname is already Ollie.
No.
And Ollie told me if rails slid, that'd be cool. And I believed him, and I made it happen.
Wow.
And then I sold rails.
So what
around
year
the
was
world.
that? And what year was that, Paul?
78.
1978. Leave a comment below.
Many years before you were around.
Yeah, before I was around. Okay, so you've been, and then tell us, because you just have the most fascinating history. Once you get this guy going, he can just go forever. But tell us, like, where did it start with the boards? It started out with furniture, right? Is that
yeah? So I went to vocational high school and have wood shop and cabinet shop and learned how to build cabinets. And I got a job at a boat company through the school and built cabinets and sailboats. And it was really cool to me because they trained me to make a cabinet with all corners square. But in a boat, you only have 1 or 2 square corners. And I thought it was cool. I thought it was fabulous, that adaptation, right?
Yeah.
And learned how to manufacture in there. And, you know, this factory had boats going by, like 25-foot to 40-foot boats, right? You know,
Wow.
It was a pretty cool job. And I was already making rails and skateboards then, but eventually when I was out of high school, I quit my job and just said I'm going to make skateboards full time.
Wow. That's amazing. So you learned how to, like, bend the wood, or how did it?
Yeah, so I learned how to laminate wood in the boat company, building trim, and I built molds and tooling and jigs and a lot of things like that. So I worked there like 3 years. It was super cool.
Wow. Wow.
And then just the willingness to try, right? I mean, that's what I'm a big believer of. If you're willing to try something, you got a good attempt at it. And nowadays with the internet, all you got to do is Google it, and you can at least find, oh, that's a pretty plausible idea. I'll try it.
Yeah.
Back then, it's like the work at the boat company let me see organic curves and let me see trim being laminated and say, well, I'm going to make a skateboard that way, you know?
Wow. Okay. So I don't even understand that process or how it works or what you're even. So the laminate is squishing it together.
Right. So, like, well, here's a cutout from one board that I cut out last night. If you check my Instagram at Professor Schmidt, you'll see a pink board. So this is the nose from that board, right?
Yeah.
So you see that plywood, right?
Yeah.
See it really good. Okay. You know, here's the plywood of 5 skateboards glued together. It's a little too thick to kickflip, right?
I don't know. Actually, I think we need to try. How do we get a skateboard that's 5 thick?
Oh, I can make one, no problem. It'd be a tanker. You want to ride the world's heaviest skateboard? How heavy do you want it to be?
You guys wonder why.
You want a 100-pound board? Let's make a 100-pound skateboard.
Please. You guys wonder why this is the perfect collaboration. I don't know if anybody can see that on his roof right there, he has surfboard, snowboard, skateboards. Look at that. Yeah, amazing. So that is.
Wait, there's a stretcher up there. We're going to use that to save you guys. That was actually part of a mini ramp contest at Woodward a couple years back at Woodward West. And the guys, if someone would take them out really bad, they'd put them on the stretcher, you know,
and roll them off.
It was sort of like horse on a mini ramp, you know, only skate on a mini ramp. And if you got skunked, you went out in the stretcher.
Oh, wow. We're about to do a contest here, mini ramp champ, and I'm definitely going to be going out. I'm definitely going to need the stretcher.
Okay.
So you've made like a lot of really wild stuff.
Oh yeah, I've always had fun with it. You know. That's
amazing. That's amazing.
Again, just the willingness to try. If you're willing to try, what will you get? You know.
Yeah, you'll get something incredible. So you started making boards in '78, and you
rails in '78.
Rails.
So I didn't actually figure out how to make boards good enough to sell till '83.
83. Okay.
So it took me 5 years of practicing the board thing to get board, and realized that they were solid oak at one point, and then became laminated, and there was no concave.
Really, solid oak.
Right. That was an average skateboard back then. I mean, like here's an old board, an old relic with some clay wheels from the '60s, and it's actually laminated oak, and maybe I don't know what else is in there. I can't tell. It's stained and it's dirty and it's old, right?
Yeah.
Check out those wheels.
So what
pretty good clay wheels with ball bearings.
Oh,
Super surfers.
That's incredible. So what makes the laminate better?
Well, let me grab something. I'll show you. Hang on.
Yeah, please.
Example right here.
This guy is a living legend. For anybody that doesn't know, you need to check him out. Living legend. And he is making the Braille.
See, I got all kinds of props around here and stuff. So I got this program where you guys can make skateboards at school. It's called Create a Skate. So this is a little example where you take the thin layers of wood and you squeeze them together and you learn how to laminate a board. A school's never going to have the infrastructure to laminate a whole skateboard, but to do this, you get the idea of lamination, right? It's all these thin layers squeezed together.
Okay, so wait, what? So talk about that project. Actually, you have this thing called Create a Skate, where you give schools the lesson plan.
Right. So basically, schools have a lesson plan of how to make skateboards, and there's a power tools version for woodshop, industrial arts. There's a non-power tools version, just for art class, math, science, after school. Yeah. And in that program, they learn how to make a skateboard, but you got to learn things along the way. So you take these thin layers of wood, you roll some paint glue on them, and you put them in that mold and you squeeze them together. And then when it's dry, if you did a good job, you can drive a bus over it and it won't break.
So that's the point of the laminate. It makes it stronger.
Right, because what's happened is we got the wood going different directions, right? So wood has grain in it.
Yeah.
And by laminating 20% of the grain across the width and 80% long, we have it optimized. If we go back to the 70s, it used to be like 60-40. In the 80s, it was 70-30, then 75-25. In the late 90s, I got it to 80-20 because I needed the fiber to support one trick. You know what trick that was?
No.
Foundational trick of all street skating?
Ollie?
Yeah. The stresses of an ollie that get put on a board. So the crazy thing is my childhood interaction was that, right?
Yeah.
It was ollie. Or seen ollie,
So why does the ollie? I guess it just puts so much more.
It's a lever. It puts energy on it. Here, I ride a big old tank board. So here's my board. But basically, you have a leverage point. So the wheel's on the ground. Right? Yeah. And as you pivot on that wheel, the longer it takes for the tail to hit the ground, the more power you have, but the less finesse, right? The sooner the tail hits, the more finesse you have, but less power. So then it's your skill set still has to be there to do that, right? Because my board doesn't ollie very good. With me on it anyways.
So with a more ramped up tail, you can do a higher ollie, but you might not be as good at like technical flip tricks.
You guys still see me? Hear me?
We lost you for a second, but you're back now.
Someone tried to call me.
Oh.
Let me see if I go out. Oh, it looks like we're back. Are we here now? I can't hear anybody. Can you hear me?
Log out and log back in, but I can hear you. Yeah.
No.
All right. Technical difficulties. Who would have thought that we would make it to the live show without some technical difficulties? So let me just text Paul real fast and he'll be right back. But are you guys tracking with what he's saying? He's like the most like ingenious skateboarder. Every time I talk to him, I've had some pretty long conversations with him. I'm left with like, I have no idea what he was talking about, but I know it was like extremely smart. 20%, 80%. Amazing. Okay, you there, Paul? I can't hear him. Let me text him real fast. Say log out and log back in. See if he gets it. Okay, guys, if you are just turning in, we are doing the announcement and we're talking to Professor Paul Schmidt, who is a skateboard maker. He makes tons of amazing skateboards, and he's making our very first run of the Braille skateboards. So on the left, we have the 3DB, we have the circle Braille logo, the first try, and then of course, the Revive Skateboards Braille collaboration deck, which is super rad. I can't wait to see somebody do a tray flip on that deck, the red and blue. You there, Paul? Can we hear you? Oh man. Professor Schmidt is just too popular. Just getting, it's just getting too many calls. People are saying that I am muted. Let's see. I don't think I'm muted. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Ba-da-da. We could do some live skate supports while we're trying to sort out his oh no, it says why are your boards out of stock? It might be out of stock because we're doing a limited edition. We're doing 100 only. So there's only 100 sets that last very long. So if you want to get them, check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Okay, they're saying I can hear you. Aaron requests shapes for nose. You there, Paul? Maybe I should log out and log back in. I still can't hear him. Can anybody hear him? Is he muted? Well, I'm not sure that we're going to get Professor Schmidt back. It's okay. It's all good. But we will go down to his place as soon as all this wild madness is over. We're very, very excited to do that because I want you guys to experience and see how a skateboard is made, what makes a skateboard good. I've been riding skateboards for a really long time, and Professor Paul Schmidt is just a legendary person in this field for making the boards. You there, Paul? I love it. I almost think it's better if we just can't hear him. But you guys should definitely check him out. I'll show you what his Instagram looks like right now. And like we said, if you're just tuning in, this is to announce the first run. We have very limited edition, 100 of these sets. We're selling them now. You can check out the link in the bio. I have no idea if there's any left. They might all be sold out, to be honest. But you got to check him out on Instagram, Professor Schmidt. He's an amazing dude, and he makes really, really, really cool skateboards. And we are going to be doing some really incredible boards with him. As you saw in his studio there, his place, he had on the roof, he had a snowboard, skateboard. And I don't think you guys understand exactly, like when we did a snowboard, skateboard, we did an actual snowboard, but he has like an actual skateboard made into a snowboard. Yeah, there it is right there. And then the surfboard, and I don't even know what that other one is. It might be like a ski. So when this is all over, we'll definitely go and take a trip down there and show you guys all the incredibleness and show you how a board is made. We'll get a very good, legit filmed interview with this man. Look at this stuff. It's literally like just a piece of skateboard history. So amazing. I'd love to have some of those boards and those old computers too. So every Monday he does a thing called Maker Monday. It's super cool. And he makes a different, sometimes it's a skateboard, sometimes it's totally non-skateboard related at all. Yeah, stuff like that. Like, look at that board. How cool is that? So kind of the sky's the limit on the designs and any kind of shape and anything that we want to do. We're super excited about it. So yeah, this is the big announcement, the big mystery people have been waiting for. Look at that Flex Master. So amazing. I hope everybody's staying safe, being home, staying safe. Wow, look at that. Look at all those boards. I love that snowboard one. I have so many questions and that surfboard one. Oh yeah, look at that. How cool is that? You can do any shape you want. The sky is the limit. I mean, you just make some incredible stuff. So yeah, long story short, we're very, very, very excited to be working with PS Sticks, Professor Paul Schmidt. These are the first 4 graphics, limited edition run. You can check them out. Link in that description below. And I think that's pretty much it. I think that's, oh my gosh, a shark. Yes, please, please. Oh, it's too bad we can't hear him. He's just literally walking around the shop showing us everything. Oh, wow. That's amazing. But yeah, he literally makes the highest quality decks. They're incredible. I have no idea what that is. It's just a giant piece of wood that's curved. Oh man, I love it. I love it. A little parking block made out of wood. This is like a tech deck dream. Wow, look at all those tools. Leave a comment below if you have that many tools. Yes, tons of boards. Wow, look at all that. It's just amazing. It's just amazing, incredible creation. Some used board. It's amazing. Tons of the world's top pros, they go there and they bring him their board and say like, hey, you know, I was skating a board like this and I could do kick flips better. And he just listens to what they're saying. And then he's like, wait a sec. Okay, I know. Let me give you shorter wheelbase. Let me give you a shorter tail, longer nose. And then he hands it to them and they're like, what in the world? How did you know? I have no idea what that thing's for. I think it's for like grinding the sides of the board to smooth them out or something. Anyways, we will be taking a trip down there to take a full tour of this facility and show you guys how a skateboard is made. So I think that pretty much concludes the live stream. Professor Paul Schmidt. Can everyone give Paul Schmidt a hand? Give him a follow on the Instagram. That link will be in the description below as well. Check out the boards. He's throwing dust. Check out the boards. They are amazing. They are amazing. It's going to be incredible. Somebody's saying he could probably make the world's most durable deck. The truth is, he already... Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that... I have no idea if people can hear just me or just Paul or both of us, and we're all just talking at the same time. But thank you, Paul. Thank you so much for being on here and being a part of the live stream. We'll see you in the next episode. When all of this madness is over, we're going to come down there, and it's going to be amazing. We love you. And if you guys didn't know, now you know.